Welcome to Daughter Knows Best. I am Jeff.
And I am Jay.
So it's hot where
God,
you
yeah.
are. It's hot where I am.
Really? Are you guys in a heat wave?
Yeah, we are. We have heat warnings. It
Me
was
too.
40, not as hot as you. It was like 38 to 39 yesterday Celsius with humidity. You guys were 45 the other day when I looked. So you
Oh,
guys,
2 days ago? In
yeah,
Canada Day? Oh
yeah,
my God, I know.
45 Celsius with humidity. It's insane.
Yeah, it
I don't
was
even know what
bad.
that is. Probably like 120 or something, like some
It
crazy number.
was very hot. Like I'm getting over a cold right now.
Nice.
And I'm like fine. But I had a cold last weekend.
For
Sorry,
Yeah, I
what?
was gonna say for our American guests, 45 is 113 Fahrenheit.
Well, I probably could have told you that. I got pretty good at knowing the Fahrenheit when I was in the
Okay, so
States.
what's 38 then?
Wait, you said 45 is 113? 38 is like 100-ish, right?
100.4. Yeah,
I'm good. I'm not awful at it anyway.
good for you. Yeah, so it's hot. So
I actually
I,
used to, every time someone would say the temperature in America, I would think about our pool thermometer. That was how I did it.
yeah, because we keep it at
That's how I
about
did it.
88.
Yeah, that's the only way I could do it. So I thought about our pool thermometer
So it was
every
so
time.
hot. The pool was too hot yesterday, so I turned it down last night and left the cover off. So it was only 86 this morning when I did laps this morning. So it was
Jealous.
86 this morning.
That's so nice. I wish I had a pool. That's the one thing we don't have in our next building.
Yeah, it's
A
too bad.
pool. Yeah, but you
That-
know what we found out? We get free yoga classes every, I don't think it's every week, but it's like bi-weekly because there's a yoga studio in the building.
And I bet
Isn't
you
that
could pay
bomb?
you probably could pay a very small amount and get it every week, I bet.
But you mean not in the building, probably. But wait, what do you mean?
Oh, I thought you said there's a yoga studio, like a person comes all the time and
No,
no.
no, 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 no. There's so there is a
Oh,
yoga
it's like a
studio.
room. Oh,
There's
I
a
get you.
room.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, I think we told you this because there's a mirror
Right.
in it, so I could like film dance stuff there. But also, and there's a bar and everything. But it's a yoga studio, I guess, technically. Probably most people use it for. Yeah, so I think they have someone come like bi-weekly.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wish you were there in a way when we came, but in a way
I
not
know.
because it's pretty small. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's small, but to be fair, we would still be separated. It wouldn't be much different. Cause like we have, it's not like it's a studio, you know?
Hmm.
There's still a bedroom
Yeah.
and there's a balcony. Yes, we're losing space. We're gaining a shit ton of balcony and it
Yeah,
is
the
smart.
balcony is awesome. It's
It's
huge.
huge. Yeah. I'm very excited. But yeah, that's like the one thing. We have the rooftop, we got the barbecues, we have the co-working, we have the party room, we have the gym and the yoga studio and the bike room and like the steam room, all this shit. Just no pool. That's the one thing. We have a courtyard
Well,
too, I
pools are
guess.
expensive. They take up a lot of space. They're expensive, and then liability wise, if people drown, like there's a lot of stuff for the pool. I
Ugh.
kind of get it. I do love my pool, and I do feel bad when we're in a heat wave and you've got people are complaining about, oh, it's so hot, and there's obviously people that you know uh, live like we've lived lots of places where we had no pool and no air conditioning or anything, and we're like
Well,
dying
yeah.
when it's hot. So we don't
Yeah.
really have that
We
anymore.
didn't have AC in New Brunswick, did we?
Nope.
The
Nope.
basement was cold though in New Brunswick.
Right. And same with Avonport. No AC, but the basement was always cool.
That was really nice, I will say. Because I remember just sitting in the basement when I was a kid, and then my mom was like, "Go outside," but I was like, "No, like it's so hot.
Yeah,
I've
this
been
is
sitting in the basement."
true.
Yeah,
No, it's we live in a luxury, to have air conditioning and a pool and
I
everything.
know.
So I do like the really hot days.
RAC. So yeah, we might have to give you guys the bedroom when you come up because the AC doesn't seem to reach out of the bedroom. That's okay.
You could just move the AC.
Yeah, but it's a whole thing. Like it's the pipe, but it was a whole setup. I guess we could.
It
I don't
must
know.
make the whole apartment like a few degrees cooler. It would have
Yeah,
to.
I'm chilling out here. Like we were dying before. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. You know what I mean?
I
But
wonder, could you point it out more into the hallway so everybody gets a little
I
bit
don't know if
of
the
relief?
pipe's like big enough, like long enough for that, because the window's on the far side of the room, like farthest from the door.
Well,
But we can move it out, or you guys could take the bedroom. Like it doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out. guys can get the bed. The bed is broken. Sorry. Sorry about that.
You can get the bedroom. It's broken.
I mean, it's only Katie's side. So if you sleep on my side, I don't know if she breaks everything. Her side of the bed's broken. Her headphones break. Her shoes, dude, she like rips holes in her shoes. I gave her a pair of my shoes because I didn't really wear them anymore. She liked them more, like these sneakers. And as soon as she had them for like a month, they were like the whole back, like by her heel of the like the ankle of the heel. Do you know what I mean? It was like hole in the fabric. And I was like, what is wrong with you? And she goes through shoes like in 6 months. It's crazy.
So it's good. So because Katie's editing this, she can now chime in. And she can rebut your comments about her breaking everything.
She does break things, like not on purpose. Her being herself breaks things. I break things more like by accident, probably.
Okay. So, what are we talking about today? It's your topic. The Wildcats.
No. What team is that?
It's some
Is it somewhere?
like a kids team. It's not like a pro team.
What team? Wildcats. What
I was
team?
gonna say we're talking about High School
Cats.
Musical.
I was in High School Musical.
High School Musical.
That's from the third movie.
I
Could do
know.
Wildcats everywhere. Put your hands up in the air. Wildcats in the house. Everybody say no. That's how it goes. Anyway,
We're not doing High School Music.
no. My kids are all into like Descendants, like the kids I teach.
I don't know what that is.
Really? It's like what came after High School Musical. You know, yeah, like do you remember Zombies? We watched, I don't know if you were there actually, but me and Keegan watched it with Sylvie actually.
I don't think I was there.
Okay. Well, anyway, Zombies and Descendants are like the next thing. It was like High School Musical and then immediately Camp Rock. I was obviously still a child for that. And like they were trying to capitalize off High School Musical and then they made Descendants. Descendants is about the children of Disney villains. So like the main girl, I think she's the daughter of like Maleficent, like Sleeping
Okay.
Beauty villain.
Yeah.
And that's played by Kristen Chenoweth actually, is the mom. And then the daughter's like Dove Cameron or something. And anyway, they're all like that.
It seems kind of a clever. It's actually kind of a clever premise.
Yeah, I think it's cute. I've seen some of them. I watched them with Carrie's kids when I used to babysit. But they like, yeah, so there's like a bunch of them and they're all the children of that. And then they go, I think the premise is that they go to like the prince and princesses like school or something.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But what's hilarious about it is so that I watched them with Carrie's kids. I was like 14, 15 probably when these were coming out. I was Dove Cameron, like she was in a Disney Channel show when I was like still a kid, but I was kind of over it at that point. I might have been like 11. Anyway. And so I kind of missed the boat on Dove Cameron and then she was in Descendants. And then they so I was watching with Carrie's kids. I'm like 14, 15. They already like 3 were out, I'm pretty sure at that point. And I remember like Carrie's daughter like dressing up as the main girl. Mal is her name. And she has like purple hair. Anyway, fast forward to now. I teach like 8-year-olds. They love Descendants and Dove Cameron. And I'm like, wasn't this like 10 years ago? Like, I'm really confused. They made like 10 of these movies. You know, High School Musical, they made 3 and they stopped. You know?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're still on that. And like the Zombies movies, again, I watched that when I was 15. And then now we're still making Zombies movies. They're still into Zombies and Descendants. I'm just very confused about the whole thing.
I mean, it's kind of smart for marketing.
Why?
Well, because then they can keep doing the same thing. They don't have to do a whole new thing. That would be a lot of work, right?
Yeah, but it's like, it's kind of lame. You gotta admit. High School Musical is so bomb. And like there's only 3 of them. They get better as you go on. And then they ended. And there was great closure. Loved it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I'm surprised Deb Cameron still wants to do these, honestly.
Why is that?
Because she's been a long ass time.
How old
He
is
thinks
she
she's
still?
going to advance in her
Is she
career.
still like? Is she still a teenager in real life?
No,
Or
she's way older than me.
oh, and she's playing a high school kid at this Maleficent
I have no
school.
idea what's happening in the movies now. That's what was happening in the first movie 10 years ago.
So she
She
probably
is
progressed from that then.
she is 30.
Oh,
Let's see when the first movie came out. Came out in 2015. 2015. So I was 12. I was a child. My 8-year-olds are into it now. Do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a long
It's
stretch.
weird. I'm just like, think of something new. It's like the Marvel. It's like, but for children. like,
Marvel.
and they're still doing zombies apparently too. I don't have as many kids into that, but I'm pretty sure they're still doing that. And again, that was like around the same time that zombies was happening. And zombies is about, it's the same idea. It's like zombies and humans, and it's the same thing.
So this is a massive tangent because we're not talking about Us
No,
from the
we're not.
School or zombies or Descendants.
No,
Whew.
no.
So what are we talking about tonight?
So we are talking about sports. And I didn't
Sports.
tell Dad any more than that. But I don't know anything about sports for context. Oh, I should have worn my Maurice sweater.
Yeah, you said you only had one, but you actually have two.
I have two now. I forgot. Well, it's pretty hot out. And the AC is in the bedroom, so it was. But anyway, yeah, the only sports I know about really, and I don't actually know about it, but it's just our family history. Oh, Jesus. Of hockeyness. And I have a sweater, and that's kind of where my knowledge ends. Katie, as you know, viewers, listeners may know, has been getting into the PWHL, so I kind of hear about that sometimes, but I don't really care. I used to know some basketball stuff actually, because I dated like 3 basketball players in a row, but
Right.
I don't really anymore. And then, yeah, I don't know anything. I remember when I was dating someone, he played rugby. I don't know if you know who this is. And I didn't know anything about rugby players, but he did, I think, break his wrist playing rugby. And I was like, oh no, like what happened? He punched the field because he got angry and he broke his wrist.
He's very emotional, obviously.
Come on. That's dumb. Everybody's near this. Anyway,
So
so
sports, yeah, sports have been
sports.
around a long time.
That why
So let's do it. Let's talk about sports.
we're just chatting on the pod.
I'm anxious. I want to hear
Why?
about sports.
Okay, well, my whole thought, again, I don't know anything about it. And so I played soccer as a kid, and I don't know anything about it, but I did play it. And soccer's happening right now, as you know,
FIFA World Cup,
FIFA.
yes.
And that's partly happening here. It's happening a bunch of places actually,
Yeah,
but
North
in here,
America. Yeah, it's a
partly.
bunch of cities in North America, Vancouver and Toronto in Canada,
Yeah,
and
Katie
a
thought
bunch
it
of
was
cities
just
in the US.
here, like
No, it's in
Toronto.
New York,
It's here too,
Dallas,
though.
I think. It's a bunch of places.
It's
Yeah, in
Toronto as
Toronto
well.
and Vancouver, Canada, and then a bunch of US places.
Yeah, Katie thought it was just here.
And
That's not.
Mexico. I think it's also in Mexico. I think it's all of North America.
Okay, anyway. So, happening here, partly. And like, we've been slightly annoyed because there's like certain days you can't go downtown really, or like you can't get an Uber. Um, and like everyone's out doing stuff. All the bars are playing it. This always pisses me off actually about Toronto. Like when the Blue Jays were playing, it's like, oh my God, like get over it.
You mean
God.
when they were in the World Series, you mean?
I
And they
didn't give
almost
a
won the whole thing?
fuck. It made me so mad. Dad, it was Halloween. I was trying to go clubbing on Halloween and they were playing the game. Like at the club.
It was a big deal.
I'm dressed up as Kitty Soft Paws. The hell? Anyway, so the actual thing I want to talk about is I literally have not heard a peep about Torontonians being into like soccer whatsoever, or really anyone in Canada. It's just not as big a thing here as you know, as like hockey or something.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
hear hockey all the time. So I'm mostly getting this insight from my coworker. I won't name names, but this guy who's my coworker. He's nice, but he's really into sports. And he's like always talking about hockey. He never shuts up about hockey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like he played like the Olympic game at work on his phone at the service station. So he kept like we'd be like, "Oh, how's it going?" And we'd like go serve some tables. Um, and he was asking my other coworker, "Oh, like you watching the soccer game?" And I just happened to be there. And he was like, "No." And then he was like, "Why not?" And I said, "Because who gives a fuck about soccer? We're in Canada." And then they were both like, "Well, yeah, like that's funny." Well, the guy who's actually into sports was like mad, but the other guy thought it was
Well,
funny.
it's funny you
But
actually
anyway,
say that because Canada is doing better than they've ever done in the World Cup, in the FIFA World
I
Cup.
didn't know that. So
And
my point,
they made it
oh,
to
sorry, go
the
on.
round of 16. They won their knockout match, and this is the farthest they've ever made it. They usually don't even make it into the World Cup, let alone make it this far in the tournament. We will
Okay.
not win the tournament. There's no way. But we will probably make it like this is really, even if we lost the next match and it's over, that's amazing for Canada. Like this is the best we've ever done. It's actually pretty kind of a big deal for Canada.
Okay. So maybe that's why. But I was thinking about it because I was like, why am I hearing so much about this? I've never heard about soccer until right now. And I was
Well,
wondering,
FIFA World Cup.
no, I know, but do you think it's because, like, I hear about hockey all the time because we're in Canada. I'm asking, do you think people would be into it in other ways? Like, are we, I guess I just mean, like, why?
I can tell you why. So FIFA World Cup is every 4 years. So we don't hear a lot about it when it's in like Europe as much, or in, I think it was in Qatar last time, because it's out of, I mean, people that are really into the World Cup and watch it, well, and you hear a little bit about it. But I think when it's in North America,
But,
it's
like,
just more in
do
your
you think all
face,
these
right?
men are, like but do you think all these men, like, even, like, my coworkers, like, pretending to like it? Or, like, I keep getting in Ubers, and they're like, "You watching the game?"
I
Like,
think I
"No."
think you're right to a degree. I think there's the fans who are going to watch it no matter what. And then there's the casual fans that are like, if it's on for 4 years, and they might watch some games or they watch some, but they don't. It's more difficult other years because if the games are in Europe, the times of the games are bizarre times, right? They're like at 2 in the morning or like 5 in the morning, or like times here that it's really difficult for us to watch them. So
Mm.
so people that are casual fans are definitely not getting up at 4 in the morning to watch a soccer game. So I think that's part of it. I also think there's been a lot of hype. Like I feel like there's a lot of like stuff on TV and commercials about it. There's stuff people are talking about it on the like radio. I feel like it's just like there's posters. I just think like it's because it's in North America,
Because it's
it's
here.
it's in your face all over
That
the
just
place.
feels so fake to me.
And I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like I've not watched any World Cup. I'm following it in my periphery, as in like I see it, and I might like go, oh, okay, Canada won. That's good. But like I'm not
Mm.
I'm not a huge, I mean, look, if Canada wins this next match, I probably will watch it because I'll be like, ooh, they made it really far. I might watch the
Yeah.
next game because I think that's kind of cool.
But that's and, like, the Blue Jays, like,
Same
I was just
thing.
thinking
Same
about
thing with
it.
the Blue Jays. Same
And,
thing
like,
with
I'm
the Blue
asking you
Jays.
because you're a man, partly
Yeah.
because I not that I mean, obviously, not all men, like, do that. And,
Some
like,
some
even my
people
other
really follow
coworker
it,
was
right?
like,
Some
"What? What are you talking about?" But I just mean, yeah, some people, like, get into it for no reason. I have a stat.
Okay. I love it.
So the Canada World Cup matches average 3 to 5 plus million viewers nationally. So, like, there's 3 to 5 million more people watch that in Canada than in other places.
Yeah, that
That's a
makes sense.
lot. That's too many fake bitches. Like,
Well, don't forget, like out of those viewers, you've got bars, like a million bars and restaurants. You said everywhere you go, they have it on. Well, that's going to be a
okay,
lot of it.
okay, you're right. That's a lot. But do you think that that's not all over Canada?
No, and
Because that doesn't happen in Nova
there are
Scotia.
people I've talked to like that are like that'll be like, oh, like I work from home and I had the match on while I was working. Like, or my boss the other day said they put the one of the Canada games, they put it up on their one of their big TVs at the office in Toronto, and it was near the kitchen area. And he said it was interesting because all these people migrated and started working from that area, like because there's seating all around the kitchen area.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he says it's like a neat social experiment to see people like gravitating over there to watch it. You know what I mean? So I think
We
the
were
other
out in
thing,
sorry, go on.
the other thing is, I think in Canada, as you know, we have a lot of new Canadians and international people that are international that moved to Canada that are now Canadian. But soccer, or football as they call it overseas, is definitely much bigger. internationally. It's the biggest sport in the world. It is
Yes,
the biggest
but
sport in the
not
world.
here.
No, but I feel like it is more here because some people came from countries where that was a bigger deal. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes sense to me that way too.
I didn't really know anything about what sports were important where when I lived in Nova Scotia, I feel like, because I mean, it's a lot less
Well,
like hockey than like other places in
so
Canada.
Nova Scotia or all Atlantic Canada
Isn't
even.
it the birthplace of hockey? Why don't we give a fuck? Like, we do not care as
We
much.
don't have an AHL team
Why? We're the birthplace of
because
hockey.
there's no people. There's no
Oh.
money. We only have 1 million people in all of Nova Scotia.
Yeah, but we're the
How many people are in
birthplace.
GTA? Like
That's
8
actually
million or
really
something?
sad,
5
though,
million? How many people are in
because we
GTA?
are the birthplace of hockey, allegedly. Or we might not
Allegedly.
be. We're probably not. But
So it's funny because I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. When I was in Chicago, I went to a baseball game, okay, which is great. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I had a good time. It was awesome. In Chicago, there's two Major League Baseball teams in the city. One's on the south side
that's
and one's
wild.
on the north side. Um, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. They have two teams, and in all of Canada, we have one team, and the city has two in one city. But New York has two teams,
They do?
the Yankees and the Mets.
You're supposed to like the Mets, right? I think people are
Everybody
supposed to
hates the
like the
Yankees because
Mets.
they just
Yeah.
spend all the money to make a good team. But so I mean, I feel like it's just in Canada we're kind of like we're. I watched all the World Series because it's like wow, a Canadian team is there, like, and when
Right.
I watched a little bit of the hockey playoffs until Canada wasn't in it anymore, and I was like, okay, I don't really care.
Mm.
Once a Canadian team isn't
Who
there, I just
won in the men's one for hockey? I know who won the women's one.
did win. I know Vegas was playing somebody, and Vegas
Oh, but Vegas
lost.
is evil.
Vegas lost.
I
Vegas
heard
lost.
they're evil. Katie said they're evil.
The Vegas Golden Knights.
Yes. She said there's like a rapist on that team, and then they've done that, and they like he said I don't know. She said something was bad.
The Carolina Hurricanes one.
I guess that's
So it's
fine.
ironic that Vegas, Las Vegas, and Carolina, both really warm places, were playing in the playoffs for the National Hockey League, a sport played on ice. Anyway,
Well, you know who won the women's?
I do not know. Victoriaville? I don't know.
Katie's team.
The Montreal team?
Montreal. Yeah. It was actually I did watch that game. That was the only game I watched. And it was pretty fun because at the end they were all like, yay, with the cup thing. And I forget what it's called, the women's cup. Um,
Not Stanleyette.
Stanlett.
Stanlette.
No, it's the Walter Cup. And Montreal's Victoire won it. And who was it made by? Wait, Walter Cup. It was made by like a brand. And it's really pretty. You know, the Stanley Cup is like ugly as fuck. Which like
Well, it's
probably
literally
I
just
think
a.
it's just
It's literally
old.
just a. It's literally just a cup.
Yeah. Okay. So the Walter Cup was made by Tiffany.
Why?
Isn't that bomb? What?
That's crazy.
I know. It's really pretty though. It's a very pretty cup. But they were all like drinking beer from it. Like I think partly it's just gonna get disgusting, like the men's one is, you know, like from years of
Well,
because everyone touches it and they all
it's
like
been dropped 1,000 times too, like the Stanley Cup, and
yeah.
the team who wins usually takes it to their city and like parades it around and brings it to bars, and like everybody on the team
Yeah,
gets it for
they were
one
doing
day.
that and I
Everybody gets it
yeah.
for one day, so like God, people do weird shit.
It's like
Weird
a
shit with
class
it.
cut. No, the PWHL does that too. They all like put beer in it. They all got to drink beer from it, but they were all like tipping it at each other. So some people just got like they
All
didn't drink a
face full of
drop. They were
beer.
just like ah. It was really
I
funny.
literally have like
Yeah.
waterboarded it with beer.
Yeah, literally, most of them were waterboarded. A couple of them drank some beer. Like, it's huge. Like you can't drink from it. Like it was really funny. So that was really fun. But yeah, they won. So
So it's interesting because that's and women's sports are becoming huge right now, and women's basketball is like really big, and so is women's
really,
hockey. Yeah, women's basketball is WNBA is huge. Caitlin Clark, I don't know if you've heard that name. She's massive. She broke a lot of records when she was at university, scoring records in
yeah.
basketball, and and then she went to the WNBA, and she's doing crazy. And yeah, there's I know they renegotiate their contract and making way more money, like like way more money. They're paid like barely anything before.
That's cool.
But
Well,
that's the way it used to be, right? Like back in the day of Rocket Richard, he literally like had another job, I think, in the summertime. Like he couldn't afford,
oh my God.
you know,
Do you know
you know,
I watched you know the DCC show or whatever? The cheerleading one?
yeah.
Like yeah. I watched the
Dallas
first season of that, I
Cowgirls.
think.
Yeah.
Cowboys. They're not girls. They're the Dallas, well, they are girls, but
The Dallas
the
Cowboys
Dallas
cheerleaders.
Cowboys cheerleaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're sorry. Yeah, they get paid fucking nothing. I think it's like less, it might be minimum, but it's either minimum or it's less than minimum wage, and
Oh,
you're
I
supposed
thought
to
it
have a
was
day
less.
job.
I thought it was
It's
less than
really
minimum
bad.
wage.
I can't imagine. But honestly, the dancers I know, I'm like, I do kind of get why they're doing that. Just because knowing dancers, I'm like, I see this. I would never do that. It sounds awful. Also, like to put your body through that because they all have to get fucking hip surgery after because they're doing the thing where they jump and they land in the splits over and over. Yeah, that's their signature move. They jump and land in the splits on ground, on field. Like, it's not
Oh,
good. And they all have to get hip surgery afterwards. It's like so bad. I would
and
never.
in the U.S. they have to pay for their hip surgery.
True.
That's
True.
crazy.
But yeah, it's like really bad. So and they all have day jobs. Some of them are like doctors. Like it's like crazy. Like
Isn't it like some of them do it so they can get like publicity, so they can go on and do like social media
not that
stuff?
I
And
was seeing.
oh no,
I mean, no, they're all like, it's my dream. And I don't get that. Personally, I don't know, but I've never understood. Sometimes athletic things like that makes me sad that like a lot they have to stop. Like you can't do that forever. Anything like that. You know what I mean? Like your body physically
it's
can't.
funny though because I feel like I don't know if our medicine is better, but people are doing sports a lot longer than they used to.
Probably is
Like
better.
like LeBron James is 40. I want to say he's 42, and he's at like still at the peak of his game. Now he has. I've read about him though. He's got like crazy trainers and dietitians, like a whole team of people that make sure he's like at peak physical condition for his age. He's probably one of those people that his biological age is like 30. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
The
one of those
Kardashians
people.
did that test.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Um. Anyway,
Well,
so I feel like people are doing it later. Lewis Hamilton, friend of the pod, we talked about before. He's in his 40s.
and you know
You
Sydney
know,
Sweeney, she's
she's not old,
I'm just joking.
but
She's not old or athletic.
yeah,
Nothing.
so that doesn't really work. Though I have
Well,
seen a
rare.
lot about her lately in the news.
Really?
It's always like
Oh. I feel like
Sydney
it kind of
was
died down.
Sydney was out wearing a revealing bra and nothing else. Like it's like every
That's
headline,
fucking stupid.
every headline is her in
Listen.
like her underwear, and she's trying to sell it. I assume, right? She has an underwear.
Oh, yeah, she
She's
has her line.
yeah. So I assume
CERN.
that's why she's out in her underwear. Is I assume she's
Is
out
she
in her
out
underwear.
literally in
So
her underwear or she's just wearing a revealing outfit?
no, I think she literally had. Well, she had on like I think she had on like a suit, like a women's suit, but just a bra. You know what I mean? Like
People
yeah,
have been doing that forever.
for sure. But I think it's because it's her and like it's her
That's so
thing.
fucked up though. Listen, I'm not a fan of her. Like, I don't think she's great. Like, we've talked about it. But I don't think that's fair. Like, I think if we're gonna shit on someone, let's shit on them for the things that actually suck.
She
You know
hasn't
what I
really
mean?
done any. She hasn't done anything lately.
Done
You're
anything
right.
lately. Well,
No.
she's dating that guy. That's really it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Sorry. So about sports. Basketball.
About FIFA. Yeah.
No, well, yes, FIFA, but more I was talking about the phenomenon of men just like kind of jumping on stuff. Um so or people, I guess. I shouldn't say
Yeah,
men.
I find it's people because I have people at work that I don't think watch sports on the normal daily. But I bet you a lot of money if Canada wins the next match and I go to work in the office, people will come be like, "Oh my gosh, did you see the game or whatever?" And I'll be like, "There was something recently. Oh, it was one of the Olympic hockey games." And and at work, somebody that works for me was like, "Oh, did you see the game?" And I'm like, "No."
You didn't watch the Olympic hockey games?
No,
I actually did.
I watched some of them, but I mean, there was one in particular they asked me, and I was like,
Oh. No,
I
didn't
just
see all of them.
didn't.
I
Like
watched the Bane one
yeah,
because it was on at work.
when they
But
lost. Yeah.
Well, that was shitty for us. So we were at the restaurant and it was like we had so many Ubers come in all at once in the morning. Everyone was Uber Eatsing, right? And then later they lost the game and then it got so busy inside. We were like dead inside, all Ubers, and then they lost the game. Everyone came. It was just like the worst. But anyway, I was gonna say something. Oh, so I guess it's just interesting to me too, because like in Nova Scotia, obviously, like we said, like there's just not as much. I don't think there's as much sports hype in general because we don't have things.
Hey, it's Katie. I have to say, I think this is a regional experience because I grew up in Nova Scotia. I grew up in Halifax, and sports were everything to the people in my class. Like, everyone watched sports, but especially hockey. Hockey was the big one. Most people were Habs fans, but some people were Leafs fans, and that was like a whole thing. You get the occasional Pittsburgh fan because of the Sidney Crosby connection. Um, and everyone played sports. Like I grew up with the same like 20, 25 kids in my class. And out of those kids, three of them are professional athletes. Like two of them play in the AHL and one of them plays in the NSL. And like, yeah, sports were huge. So maybe it depends where you're from, but I would say some parts of Nova Scotia are very heavy on sports, especially hockey. Hockey is huge.
Um, But like from my perspective growing up there, I think it's just because I have a type and it's tall men. I like only knew about basketball and I
Yeah.
got the impression that was a more important sport. And not in Canada, it's not. So
Well, I feel like basketball is is quite popular in general. Like I think basketball is probably one of the more popular sports in Canada. It's pretty popular.
yeah.
Um, it is exciting. It's more exciting than some sports. Like, though I must say, I went to that baseball game,
Yeah.
and I know baseball's known to be kind of
Slow.
slow,
It is slow.
but
It's
they did
fun
it.
to play.
No, but they made some really great changes in baseball in the last couple of years. So baseball isn't as slow anymore. They did a pitch clock now, so the pitcher only has like I think it's 15 seconds before they pitch, so they can't stand on the mound for half an hour and just grab their balls like they usually do.
Good. Yeah,
So
it does take
so
forever.
that speeds up the game a lot, really, really.
Yeah.
And then the other thing they do, the game I was at went into extra innings, so went into overtime, and they put a player on second base at the start of the inning.
Oh,
So
okay.
then the game I was at was tied 2-2, and it was the White Sox and the Atlanta Braves, and the White Sox were were the home team, obviously, Chicago. So Atlanta was up first in the extra inning, and the guy was on second already, and I was like, "That's weird." And then the people with me are like, "Oh, it's a new rule this year, or maybe last year." Like they just so that if the games don't go on for 20 innings, they put up somebody on second base. So then the somebody on the White Sox hit a ball. It wasn't a home run or anything, and that guy in second got a run, so they were up by 1 run. And then the White Sox came up on their inning because they got them out.
I know
And
the rules of baseball actually. It's one of the few
yeah,
sports
I know
I do
you
know the
play
rules.
baseball. Yeah. So this is actually pretty crazy. And then they have the guy in second for the White Sox, fine. And the White Sox got 2 outs. And I'm like, okay, well, this is over. Like Atlanta's gonna win this game, right? And then this guy goes up to bat. He's a rookie who's never been up at bat yet at all.
I'm sure
And
he has in his life.
no, I mean
Yeah.
in the majors, doesn't he hit a home run?
Mm,
So the guy on second goes and he goes and the White Sox win by 1 point.
that's nice. Yeah.
Fireworks
That's
explode around
really
the
fun.
whole arena. Fireworks, crazy. All the boards are like White Sox
That's
win.
so
People are going
sick.
insane. The the mascot guy runs on a field with the biggest flag I've ever seen. White Sox flag. He's running around the whole field, and it was like, wow, this is pretty.
That's actually bomb. Yeah.
I actually have a video of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
But I was like, wow. And we were leaving, and I was talking to some of the people that are big baseball fans that were in our group, and one of the guys is like, yeah, before they made some of these rule changes, we would be here for another 2 hours. Like he's like, it just would go forever.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is better. Like it's
That's
just
really
better.
nice.
It's better.
Yeah.
The whole game, the whole thing was maybe a couple hours. The whole baseball game, maybe 2.5
That's
hours.
how it should be. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that's like I mean, I'm thinking from my world, but like when you go to an event like
Yeah,
that,
a
going to see
show.
something like a show, 2 hours, like
Yeah.
sure.
That's all
Yeah.
I needed. It was everything
Yeah.
I needed and more, and I was happy.
When you're going to watch anything, I don't think you want to be sitting there for more than 2 hours. No one does. No one wants to do
No,
that. That sounds
no.
horrible.
Some of these
Yeah.
games would be 4 or 5 hours
There was
long.
a play on Broadway when I was in high school or something. And Andrew Garfield was in it, so it was kind of a big deal. But it was 7 hours. It was 7 hours. There was like an intermission midway, and
So
it
you
was
had to do
crazy.
3.5 hours before intermission?
I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been like a cool new age thing where like they did like half the play one night and you came back the next night. But I might be crazy, which is kind of fun. But they used to compare. I remember people were comparing it to like binge watching a TV show. So I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Anyway, that sounds really fun though. I actually I loved playing baseball. It's really fun. I do
Yeah.
think that it's a fun game.
I
have
think
this
I think if
girl-
you went to a Blue Jays game, you would have a good time.
I'm
It's
sure
better
I would have.
live.
Okay, imagine you're me. You're dressed up as Kitty Softpaws. You're going out to the club on Halloween. It's a ticketed event. I bought a $10 ticket to go to this Halloween party to dance in costume. On the screen. Oh, there's a DJ. They have hired entertainment for the night. He's sitting to the side. They're playing the fucking game. No one's dancing.
Okay, so forget that for a second. This summer, it's a Saturday, and you go with Katie, and you go to a baseball game, and you get some popcorn and some Cracker Jacks or whatever they serve there, and we had hot dogs, which you probably would want, but they also had roasted peanuts in the shell, like roasted peanuts, like old school. That was pretty cool. And we had a few beers. If you went there and had a few drinks and had watched the game, and it was only a couple hours, you probably think it was a good time. I think you would.
No, I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would. Have you played softball?
In my life?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay, I'm wondering, do you know how hard the balls are?
We have softballs. They're not soft. They're hard. They're just big.
Are they harder than, what is it compared? What's the point of softball?
The balls are way bigger, so it's easier to hit them.
So they're not softer.
No.
Oh my God. Okay, I have a kid who plays softball, and I don't remember why. We were talking, I think she was just talking about it, and I was trying to make conversation. I was like, I used to play like baseball, and it would like hurt a lot. And then she was like, oh no, it still hurts. And I was like, what? Isn't that the point? Thought it
No, the
hurts
balls are
less.
like big, like this.
So it's just
big.
easier for kids. I understand.
Yeah, so usually kids go from T-ball. You know what T-ball is? It's like a stand with a ball on it.
Yeah, we
so the
used to have
kids, there's
that.
no pitcher, and then a kid can hit it. They start there when they're really little, and then it goes to softball, underhand, right? Pitching underhand, and the ball is
I went
big,
straight to baseball.
and then it goes to baseball.
At
Balls are
age
smaller,
9.
and they pitch overhand, and they try to kill
I
you.
was literally a 9-year-old girl, no interest in sports, straight to baseball. All my friends quit because they hated it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Everyone quit. Me and Keegan just liked it. And then remember how the pitchers were all these fucking 6th graders who were like a couple years older than me and had no idea what they were doing. And they hit
Yeah,
people
they was
all
wild.
the
The
time.
pitches were wild. They're all
They
over
were
the place.
so bad. And they hurt. I got hit so many times.
But you
it
guys
was
got
really
pretty
fun.
good. I remember at the end, like you and
Yeah.
Keegan could like catch
We were
and
not
hit,
bad.
and
Yeah, I could hit the ball.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I still like, I wish, sometimes I wish like sports were more accessible to just random people. Like it was
they are.
like,
There's
like,
little co-ed leagues you could join.
sort of. Like I'm talking about like, let's go to the movies. Let's go play some baseball. Like, like I wish I
Yeah.
could just go like baseball, soccer. I miss them. I don't know how to play basketball, but like baseball and soccer, I did play and I really enjoyed them.
So when I was a kid, we would do that. Like my friends and I would just like play baseball on the street, literally. Or we would like, I remember one time a couple of dads, we loaded up into a couple cars and drove to a field, and we just had our own baseball game. We didn't have a
It's really
team.
fun.
But there must be a place where you could just do like pick up baseball, where you just show up and you get to play baseball.
I don't know. I know, like, what was I gonna say? One time in high school, me and like my friend group randomly, we had a field day because we were like, that would be fun. So we did like field day stuff they do in elementary school. And one of the things we did, I don't think we played actual soccer. I think we played soccer baseball because it's easier to coordinate when there's like 5 of you. Oh, like the hand sport fields. We just like played soccer baseball. Forget what else we did. We did a couple things. We did like some field day stuff. That was really fun. But I haven't done really anything like that since. I don't know. I think about joining soccer, but then it's like, well, I want to take ballet classes and I want to do this and I want to do that.
Yeah, you only have so much time, so you can only pick
And
whatever.
money. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't, because I only had like sports as the topic. I did kind of create a little game, a then and now game about sports.
I love when you make a game.
So this game, I will preface this game, is it's not a difficult game. You'll get every one of these probably, but it could spark some discussion, which I thought it was pretty good. So the game is called Then or Now. I'm going to read a statement. You will answer then, as in a Gen X thing, now, a Gen Z thing, or both.
Okay.
And it will, like I said, you'll probably get every one of these, but it's just to spark some discussion. So,
okay.
Number 1, you watched every game because there was no other way to keep up.
I don't know. I love you said you get every one of these. I don't know.
No, I just set you up. So I didn't mean to set you up. Then.
Okay.
Because the only way to now you can watch highlights. You can go to YouTube recaps. You can watch TikTok. You can watch.
Yeah. But you can't miss what happens in a game, really. Well, I guess you could.
Yeah. So like for instance, on F1, I can watch highlights of the race. I can watch the race in 30. I can watch the race live. I can watch the race in delayed. There's a million ways for me to watch this thing if I want to see it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like so. And then I guess the question is, do you think people are really a true fan if they're only watching highlights of their team or of a sport?
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, there are lots of musicals that, back in high school, like I had no way of watching. So I loved the soundtrack and I
that's different though.
I did find a way. I did find ways to watch them if I really loved them, though.
Do you think people would be like, "Oh, I love the highlights, but I'm not really"? It's different because you would say, "Oh, I love like Hamilton" before you could watch it, and you'd say, "But I love the soundtrack." You know what I mean? Like that's different, right?
Okay. Let me think.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking.
Oh, you're gonna give me an answer?
Yeah. I think it's a bit of a cop-out. Here's the thing. I think I talked about this before on here for some reason because it's still fascinating to me, but someone at work, remember, he kind of cosplays like he like chats with the guys about sports, but then he doesn't actually that guy. Lovely guy. I just am like, I wonder if a lot of people watch the highlights so they can keep up with like friends, you know? And I don't think, I mean, not that girls aren't doing that, I'm sure some are, but I do think it's like definitely more of a thing with guys and they feel like they have to.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is like
your mom always makes fun of me.
Sad.
Your mom always makes fun of me because I seem to know what's going on with a lot of these things, but I don't follow any of them. But I seem to know what's happening.
You follow some of them.
But it's just more like if I'm looking through my news feed, there's an article about, or even a like just the title of the news article, like the headline. I'll like take it in, where your mother will just skip through it because it's a sport, where I will actually read what it is, what it is, so that I know it, and then I keep it, where she would never keep it. I think that's the difference too.
It probably is, but like, but you have a weird amount of boy knowledge that's just like there. Like, what's with the cars? I don't get that. You don't care about cars. Why do you know about all cars?
I don't know about cars. So
no, you know every car. Like, it's very weird. I've always thought that was really strange.
My brain just remembers. I just have a good
cars.
Memory.
He doesn't remember other stuff.
It's funny. Your mom, when she witnessed something, remember she witnessed some bad thing happening, and she had to go talk to the police, and they're like, "What kind of car was it?" And she's like,
right.
She's like, "Blue." That was her answer.
I know, but to be fair, that's not a girl thing. That's like just me and mom. Other people know cars, I'm learning. I'll be on Uber and it's like, it's a Toyota. Okay.
Like, your mom's like blue, and they're like, "Well, was it like a sedan or like a coupe?" And she's like, Shrug, shrug. I don't know.
It's like small blue. Like I would be the. I don't know. I don't know why I don't know, but I
It
don't.
had 4 wheels. It was blue.
A car is a car, and that's the only car I actually like. Because like most of my life, like in school, they're like your dream future life, and you have to like pick a
Yeah.
car. I was
Yeah.
always like, I don't know, a boat. Like I don't care if it's a car it drives. But the only car I know now and I like is a Jeep. And I think that's because of Gilmore Girls. Like I truly don't care. Don't even think about it. I can only differentiate a Jeep from others because of Gilmore Girls. That's it.
Gotcha. All right. Next one. Kids wore their favorite player's jersey more than their favorite team's logo. Then, now, or
You mean like the difference between wearing a jersey and like a sweatshirt or something?
kids wore their favorite player's jersey more
Uh-oh.
than their favorite team's logoed merchandise. That's a now. It's a now. Kids today,
I don't know any of this.
kids today follow a person. So they like love, because of social media and all these different things, they love like a
Right.
person. So they follow more.
Yeah.
So they follow like, LeBron James, breaking up again. So they follow LeBron James. So LeBron James is on the Lakers right now. He may be traded and go to another team. He's in talks with different teams. So if he went, then they'd be a fan of that team because LeBron's on it, and him. It's him, the person, not the
No,
not
yeah,
the
that
team.
actually, I know that a bit. I should have known that because Katie is really into specifically Laura Stacy on her
Yeah.
team. And
So if she went to a
her friend
different
Nick.
team, which would she change her allegiance to Montreal?
I don't think she would. Katie's so like, Katie, she's so agreeable. I think she ended up loving everybody on the team. So I don't think she would. Laura Stacy, she's not going to change teams, honestly. She's kind of older a bit. Like she'll probably retire in the next couple of years. And she's kind of like one of the formative members. I don't think she's going to switch. But anyway, or at least Katie doesn't. But she loves Laura Stacy. But how our friend Nick follows that team too. Yeah. So the draft recently happened, and like all of his faves got traded, like all of them. They're all gone. Katie's faves all stayed. Like it was all the opposite, and like Katie was pretty concerned because there's this random chick who's like new. He's a fan of this random rookie, and she got traded, and Katie was like, I was a bit concerned you'd go be like Hamilton fan.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like friends of mine, like Troy's a good example. I can name drop him because he won't care. But he's a big Philadelphia Flyers fan for hockey.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter who's on the team. He's a Flyers fan. He has been since he's a kid, and he will be a Flyers fan until he dies. That's just his team. You know what I mean?
Well, I think also if it's like a family thing, you know what I mean?
That's true. I think there was more of that too, where dad was a fan of a certain team, and then the kids are all fans of that team, and then, that's just the way it is, right?
Well,
All
I
right.
remember it's like religion, but I remember like when I was a kid being like, who are we supporting? Because I don't know, you'd like hear stuff, and then you guys would just be like, we like this team, and then I would think that was like our team, but then it really wasn't.
Well, I mean, I usually tell people we kind of have to be Montreal Canadiens fan. We don't really have a choice in the matter.
I know.
Sorry.
I tell people that too because like, so the guy at work who's really into sports, he's like very Leafsy. He's from here, but like, yeah, he's always like talking to me about the Leafs, and I'm like, I gotta be real with you. I'm not allowed. I can't like the Leafs, and not just because of family, but also because it was really lame to like the Leafs growing up in Nova Scotia.
Yes,
like it's
nobody
really
liked the Leafs.
stupid. No one likes the Leafs. No one likes the Leafs, so
No.
I can't like the Leafs. And then he always is like, ugh. And I'm like, it's my birthright. I cannot be a Leafs fan. I don't want to be a Leafs fan. They are lamer. Like, really, if we're thinking about it, they're lamer. I don't even know much about it, but I don't want to be a Leafs
They
fan.
don't
I
do
know
very
that
well
much.
either, usually. In Nova Scotia,
I
I find
know.
there was a lot of Pittsburgh fans, Penguins, because Sidney Crosby, who's from Nova Scotia, played in Pittsburgh. So a lot of Pittsburgh. There was also, I feel
He's old now, right?
He's still playing them.
I know, but
Yeah.
I just remember him like being super young when I was like,
Sid
7.
the kid, but he's not a kid. Yeah.
I was literally like 7 years old. Yeah.
Boston Bruins, partly because we're close relatively to Boston, I think. Like, I think that the
Right.
teams were just, yeah.
Well, and like, to be fair, when you're like, I definitely felt a bunch of overlap when I was in the States with like kids who were from like the New England states because they're really the same thing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like culturally, they're very similar. Historically, they're very similar. The buildings are really similar.
There's a
The
lot of
ocean, like,
and a lot of crossover. A lot of people from the Maritimes, like my like ancestors. I don't mean like hundreds of years old ago. I mean like 50 years ago. You know, even 100, even like 80 years ago.
yeah,
They couldn't find jobs in the Maritimes. They would go to like Boston and New York to get jobs, and it was easy then. You didn't have to get
you
green
didn't have to
cards
do
and stuff. You
anything.
could just
Yeah,
go. And so I have lots of relatives in White Plains, New York, and in Boston.
yeah.
I have all kinds of relatives all over that
The
area.
only difference, like overlap wise, the biggest difference was that they were mostly religious. That was the biggest difference between me and them. Is like they were like really surprised that I like didn't go to church growing up. Whereas like in Nova Scotia, like some people go to church, but it's not like everyone goes to church. Do you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's
yeah.
like every now and then someone does. It's not weird. But yeah, I was gonna say something. Oh my god, what was the question?
The the question was about
Oh, I was just gonna say Katie wanted, so
like a
I
player.
got my sweater, she got her jersey. She did get a jersey. She wanted to get a Laura Stacy jersey, but it was like $100 more to have like the name on it. And she was like, okay, well, I can't do that. But it's ridiculous. Like literally the same jersey but a name on it. Like, can't.
She could have done it herself.
Yeah, I don't, she wants to like desecrate it like that. Like she's very, it's very sacred to her.
All right, here's the next one. Games are designed to create viral moments.
No, I feel like that's, well, obviously it's now, but also I feel like that's not, do you think that's true?
So
How?
they've done a few things. I know they've experimented with. They put mics on some of the players, or on they put mics on the coaches. I know I
Mm,
watched basketball games where they mic the
mm.
coaches during the
Yeah. Wait,
halftime, or
they
like
mic'd
during
the
the
players.
yeah.
Yeah, they mic'd the players in Katie's game. They're actually so funny when you listen to those. It's hilarious. Like they're yelling at each other. And the fun thing about PWHL, I guess I know more about this than I thought. Is well, I hear a lot. The girls, like, even if they're on different teams, they probably know each other pretty
Right. They probably
well.
played together some other team or
There's not
something.
that
Yeah.
many girls, right? So they all grew up together, or a lot of them did. And then like they all know each other. They've all been, similar things. Like there's just not that many girls. So it's really funny. Because they'll be like, I don't know, fuck you, Anderson. It's like they know them really well, but they're on the other team. Like it's really funny. It's hilarious.
It's funny on F1, which I know some people argue isn't a sport, but right after the race, they do something called the cool down room. So the race is over, and before they do like the awards and the
Right.
presentation and
I
the
think you
thing,
told me this.
they go into this little room. It's the three top people, like the first, second, third place. And they sit there and they put highlights of the race on in front of them, and they all talk about it, like, oh my God, you caught me off there and stuff. But they're actually really nice to each other because, yet again, most of them know each other like a long time. They race together karts all when they're kids,
And
right?
no one else would understand that. There's not that many people in it. Like it's not.
Yeah, and a bunch of these people literally share private jets home and stuff. Like they're friends, so like they're not,
Nice.
on the track they want to crash
Of
the other
course.
person, but when they're sitting there,
That's giving in Mario Chase, when you watch the thing after, you're like, you cut me off.
I like where you went with that.
That's the only thing I can think of. I feel like I equate a lot of things in life to Nintendo Land. Like, remember when I was explaining Go-Go to you, and I was like, when you leave the stage, it's like the ghost can't hurry up to get out. And it literally is. Everyone's looking at you because they're like, oh, you were just on there. Anyway. Everything is Nintendo Land if you think about it. Nintendo Land, friend of the podcast.
Sponsored by Nintendo Land, a game that hasn't been made in like 20 years.
I love that game. Anyway, I played
Um,
Mario Party with some people the other day. It's not as good.
College athletes weren't allowed to make money.
Both. There's no way. What?
They are now. So in the U.S.,
That feels unfair.
just in the last 2 years, college athletes
I
can now
hate
make
that.
money.
I think that's fucked up.
They can get sponsors. They can make money. Yeah.
That pisses me off as a person in the arts. It's so expensive. It sucks.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy in that they passed that.
Yeah.
The reason they did it is because before, the best college athletes would only do 1 year in college and then just go to the pro of whatever their sport was, because they could make more money, and they were afraid they were going to get hurt or something, and
So
then they
they weren't
wouldn't
like
make any money.
graduating.
And they weren't graduating, but also the NCAA, like the college sports, was suffering because the best players were leaving right away, right? Because and you can't blame them because if they get hurt in college and they made no money, they make no money and they're just done. That's just it. There's nothing, right? So they ended up making it so they can make money, so they would actually stay for the 3 or 4 years, and then get their degree, I guess, which is, I mean, these people probably don't need their degree.
Well, they probably want alumni too, though.
Right. Well, I think they're always alumni, even if they're only 1 year. But
I'm not alumni at Acadia.
you have to graduate.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm not alumni. I'm only MDLM, and I'm not. Well, I am, but I didn't get a degree.
Anyway, but it's funny because I know, like in like pro basketball, they'll say from North Carolina, like University of North Carolina, Michael Jordan. Well, yeah, okay, he went to that university, but they'll say that like after he played for like 10 years in the NBA. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, but they still do it. They say what college they went to when they do the announcements.
I guess college sports are so big there, though.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you even do 1 year, they still say that, though, on the announcements. But anyway, so that's why they changed it.
Part of me wishes I came from like a sport family, just a little. Because I think it would be like fun to like.
Well, it's funny because you're actually pretty sport. You and Keegan both are actually weirdly, I know you're artsy, but you're quite sporty. Like
Keegan? What does Keegan do?
No, I mean, like, let me keep going. If you were picking size random people to say, hey, let's go play some sports, you're never the worst players. You're never, in whatever sport it is, you're not the worst ever. You're probably not the absolute tippy top best either, because you didn't play whatever it was at a high level.
You know what, Dad?
Solid mid range.
I can tell you one that I am really, really bad at. I think I've told you this story. In 9th grade, we did some really random sports. Our teacher was like an old lesbian, I think. She was interesting. We did really random sports, like stuff that no one does. We played rugby that year, which, why were you doing that in like 9th grade gym class, you know?
I thought that was actually really cool because I don't even really understand rugby. So I thought that was actually
kind of... actually. To be fair, Laura played it for so long and my ex played it. So I like kind of know it from that anyway. But anyway, so I played it, and I was okay at that. I wasn't awesome, but I did kind of understand the rules. Where I think a lot of people were confused because you can't like walk backwards at certain points, and people were really confused by that. But I kind of understood what's going on. Okay, the sport I was horrible at, randomly, cricket. I was so ass at cricket that it brought my grade down to a 93. I'm not kidding. It was gonna be like, gym class, I get 98, 99, because I'm like not horrible and I do my best. Like, it's fine. It literally brought my grade down. I remember her being like, we all, you do like little meetings with the teacher throughout not like big, but just like during class, she'll like pull you aside and be like, here's how your grade's doing. She like did that with me and was like, honestly, I'm so sorry. Like, I want to bring it up, but it's like the cricket. It's like, I don't know. I'm so bad at it. And I don't know why. Like,
but it's kind of like baseball, sort of. Like, you have to hit the ball.
Something
with a bat.
I don't know. I'm honestly not remembering what I was bad at.
The rules, maybe. I have no idea how cricket works. That's not true. I have a vague idea how cricket works. There's a wicket
stuff.
There's a white thing, and there's a batter. And if the bowler,
like
the guy throwing, hits
hits
the white thing behind them, the wicket, then they get a point. But if the batter hits it and something happens,
I have no recollection of this.
And the scores are like, I don't know if you know cricket, but like I know the scores are like 200 to like the scores are crazy numbers, and I know that they like sometimes the games are like 2 days, like they have to like stop and play the next day, like it goes forever. That's all I know about cricket. That's all I know about cricket.
Anyway, it brought my grade down like 6% because I just was so horrible at cricket. It's fine, but it was really funny. Oh yeah, that's a sport I really can't do. I'm also just very clumsy, I feel. So like, it depends on the soccer. I'm pretty good at because I'm not like, I don't know, maybe I just played it a lot, but I feel like I'm okay at that. I was always left forward or goalie. Those are my two positions.
Well, yeah, I mean, for the listeners, you were a maniac. We had to like talk to you. You were like the smallest kid on the field. You're like 5 or 6 years old, and you were the most aggressive kid on the field who would be like, I will take you out. And like some kid, these are little kids. It's like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds.
Yeah, I was 4 or 5 doing this, I remember.
And like another kid would trip another kid, like on the other team would
Probably by
trip when you're playing.
accident, to be
Totally,
real.
literally, honestly, probably just wasn't look where they're going, and you're like, I will take that kid out. They were like, settle down, you little kid.
I
Like, you were a
stand by
maniac.
it. Good thing I didn't do sports, I guess. I would have been checking people left and right.
Well, I mean,
I
that
remember,
could
do
be
you remember
good.
when we played like Wii hockey? Remember?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
checking. I was like, I want to check. I remember being like, I only want to play to check people. Like, why? But like, I do stand by the soccer thing though, because sometimes people were just being bitches. You guys didn't hear the field talk, okay? Some of it was mean. And then I was like, oh yeah. Like, I remember, and we were pink, right? We were pink team. And I was like, you're not going to push us around. The pink power penguins are not here to fuck around. This isn't a game. Like, I was so into it.
You were.
I was
I
really
think,
into
I mean,
it.
really, if you really wanted to do the sports route versus like other stuff, you could have done it. Like
Yeah.
you have the right mentality, I think, for it. So
Yeah, I think I could have. I don't know. I just like, it's really fun. It is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of glad, like, when I was dancing all the time at AMDA and I was injured all the time, I really fucking hated that. I think that would really get to me.
yeah,
Like, I really don't like that. I mean, no one does, but it really bothered me. And I have so much health anxiety. Like, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. You know what, though? I think a lot about if I had done figure skating. I think that would have, I've never done it, but I do feel like it would have been like the perfect mesh for me. I could see myself if I had like, I don't know, been interested in that when I was younger, like accidentally going really far with that because it's very like kinetic. It's a little bit dancey, but it's also
yeah.
very like
You have this muscle and
yeah, and it's the kind of, I almost feel like I would have been better at that than dancing because I would have been slightly less pretty. Do you know what I mean by this? I think I would have been good at that for one. I also think I would have really enjoyed it. It's very kinetic and it's but it's still pretty and there's
yeah.
music and you have to stay on the, like, I think I would have really enjoyed that. And there's stuff to work towards, like tricks. Like I get so into that and roller skating, which is a useless sport. But
It's,
like, yeah.
I think it's hard. It's difficult though because you can't do everything, right? And I mean,
Of course.
you can
No, I'm
expose
not
your
bitter
kids to a
about it.
million things, but it's almost impossible.
Well,
I got
I'm
a
not bitter
question.
about it. I'm just saying I think I think about that sometimes. I think if I had done sports, that would be the one that would have got me. That's what I feel. But also it's so dangerous. Like I'm terrified watching their skates in their heads.
So I do have a question for you. That gym teacher you were talking about with the cricket, is that the one that you played pickleball too? Did they teach you pickleball?
I learned pickleball at Wolfville. So that woman was at Hansport.
Okay.
Mr. Moore, I'm name dropping. I don't care. Fuck him. I had Mr. Moore in Wolfville. His daughter went to our school. She's lovely. Very sweet girl. I did theater with her. That man, evil. Hate him. He used to he sent like Lauren Krasuski to the principal's office for like kicking a ball. And it accidentally went like, we had like an upstairs like seating, I don't
Yeah.
know, in the gym. She kicked a ball. It accidentally went up there. He sent her to the principal's office. Like crazy shit like that. And he graded all the boys higher than all the girls.
Well, if you ever see
Was
him
really
again,
bad.
his story about pickleball is not true. About the dog.
The dog?
That's not true. That's a myth.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what he told.
So the real story about pickleball is the family when they created the game for themselves, they used a badminton net, ping pong paddles, and a plastic wiffle ball. And Joan Pritchard, who's the wife and co-inventor of Joel Pritchard, the two of them invented this game. She used to crew boats like row boats, like they do that like as a sport, rowing,
like
in the
rowing?
Olympics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess if they're doing something and they just grab random people to crew a boat that aren't a normal crew, they call that a pickle boat.
Okay.
That's what they do in this sport. Well, because they were using all these random sports equipment from different sports, they called it pickleball.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know
where the name
why
comes
the fuck.
from. But if you look it up,
the dog thing?
the popular myth dog thing is actually one, but it says it's a myth. It's not true.
Okay.
But that is a popular,
I
it
really
is a story.
don't know how pickleball came to popularity because, as you know, I think I've told this in the podcast before. In my gym class, they explained it to us as if everyone knew what it was, and I had never heard of it. And I moved a lot. And in the Valley, it was a thing, but now it's everywhere. Now there's like a lot of pickleball.
Oh my
Or at
gosh.
least there's a big thing here. You know what, Dad? Okay, Katie's on the Beaches Toronto like Facebook group or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know how you guys had the drama with the pickleball courts and the old people being bitches?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, one of those was that gym teacher, that woman. Remember? I ran into her when she was being a bitch with the pickleball. Anyway, so Katie's on the Toronto Beaches Facebook group, and she said that there was a post she thought of. She was like, "Oh my god, you remember your parents having trouble in the courts?" So there's tennis courts down by the beach, and apparently they're like, no one lets it be tennis courts anymore. It's always set up for pickleball, and it's like the same exact thing. And I'm just like, what is with these pickleball players? I hate pickleball. Like, I have burning rage in my heart because tennis is more fun. I hate the feeling of the hard ass fucking racket with the hard ball. Like, it's not fun. Like, tennis is like bouncy. Like, I love tennis. It pisses me off. And yeah, apparently it's
Yeah,
the same thing.
I agree, and I think that tennis is more like, okay, the pickleball they play here, and this is not a slag
Have you played
on the
pickleball?
people. Yes, I have. I
Okay.
have played pickleball, but but I played singles pickleball, which actually is kind of difficult. Was just one on one because you actually have to move to get the ball.
This
I
is like
find all
tennis, yeah.
more like tennis. I find the pickleball, like they play here at least, is mostly doubles, and it's mostly people that are 1,000 years old. And because there's two people and the court's exactly the same size, they only have to just put their arm out. Like they don't actually have to
Because
like.
it's low impact is the point of
Right,
it.
right.
But
I get it.
I don't give a fuck. I want impact. It's a sport. I want to have some fun. And it just pisses me off that
I
they're
mean,
like
look,
domineering everything.
if it gets 1,000-year-old people moving that wouldn't normally move, great, I guess. But then leave some time for the tennis
Leave some-
players. You know what I'm saying?
That's not fair.
So I don't know if it is like that this year, but in years past in our area, it was like the pickleballers would put up a sign. These are the pickleball hours, and it was like literally every day, all day. And it'd be like,
That's
oh,
what they're doing here.
I guess
And
I can't.
I wanted to
play.
like. I know. I
And-
wanted to bring my tennis racket.
Or it'll be
and,
like in the morning is pickleball, and in the evening is pickleball. But days like this when it's 40 degrees outside, you could play in the dead of heat. Like at 1 in the afternoon, if you want to play tennis, go for it. It's like, yeah, I will melt. I will not exist if I play tennis
that's
right now.
horrible.
So it makes me
I
a
don't
little bit
understand
sad.
how they're allowed to do that. Who decided?
They just have more people that want to play pickleball. Though I did notice this year there's a sign. It was like somebody had put up a tennis sign about tennis hours, and I was like, oh, this is funny. So there's gonna be like a war down there.
I hope there's a war. That makes me mad. I hope there's a war here because
So if you come home, we'll have to play some tennis.
I love tennis. I want to bring my racket up here, but then I guess I wouldn't be able to play at home. Maybe I should just buy another one.
Well, we have
You have
4 or 5 rackets, so you probably could still play here.
But I think we only have 4. So
Yeah, but we don't have to
then-
play doubles. We could play like
We always
do a
play
little
doubles.
tournament. Singles.
I want to play doubles. I want my racket. I want to. I'll just buy a racket here. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you can get one pretty cheap. You probably
I
get
get
it
it
one
Facebook
on
Marketplace.
Yeah,
or
probably for
something.
nothing.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's a
well,
good
we have
branding.
to get one for Katie anyway. So like, why not get 2? I would love to play though. I don't think she's gonna like it. We tend to like opposite sports and things like that, like playing wise.
So I think one thing I've learned on this podcast is even though you say you don't like sports, you actually do like a whole bunch of sports.
I don't dislike sports, but I think sports has its place. You know what I don't like about sports? I'll tell you a little story to end us off.
Okay.
So my math teacher in grade 9, he was so, when I say he is the most 14-year-old adult man I've ever met in my life. Like he was so, you know the Valley accent? Like the boy Valley accent? He had that, which like you don't really hear a bunch of adults. There's a different one for adults, like for like the Windsor old guys who like went to trivia. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about
Yeah.
like the 14-year-old boy Valley accent. He had that as an adult man. And he was like, you know the look that 14-year-old boys have where they're like they look dead inside? Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, he
Yeah,
had
yeah.
that. He was so 14-year-old. It was crazy. And he was really, I don't know. I didn't like him much as a teacher, honestly. He was not great. But also, he just kind of talked like this all the time. Like he didn't really care at all and was like, what? Anyway, adult man. He lives in Hansford, actually. I used to see him running. He used to, like, his only time he'd get animated was when the boys were talking about sports. And he'd be like, oh, I saw the game, blah, 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 like, because of the court and sports or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he'd get really animated about that. The only other time I saw him animated, this was super random, was a word problem about tree planting. And then he was like, tree planting's so interesting. Then he showed us some tree planting video because he got excited about a word problem. He was so weird. But like, he got so into that. And then I always felt like he gave more math attention to the boys and like cared more about their grades
So
because he
just like
cared
the
about the
gym,
sports.
so just like your gym teacher and a lower.
Mr. Moore. But yeah, like it pisses me off because like I wasn't on sports teams. I was in senior concert band, like and choir and glee club. Like I wasn't cool. And like, stop. Rude.
I just laughed with you. I didn't say
I went
anything.
to AMDA, but like, I bet those boys don't fucking play sports anymore. I'm still out here. Like,
Well, they're
anyway, he
not
was
playing
just,
professionally. You're a professional. You're getting
yeah,
paid to do it.
literally. Yeah, but it really pissed me off. And I think that's what I don't like about sports is like the fact that it takes over everything sometimes. Like
Like
it
FIFA and
FIFA
baseball.
hasn't been bothering me that much. The baseball thing was ridiculous. I will maintain because everyone wanted a piece of the pie. All the bars are trying to capitalize on it. I get that. The club on Halloween is not the place for the Blue Jays. At a Halloween party where we're supposed to dance and there's a fucking DJ. Like, no. Like, that really pissed me off. And, like, the fact that you couldn't get anywhere, like, did really annoy me. Like, that was really, I know no one can really control that, but, like, it was irritating to me. I just don't like the way that everyone assumes, and they don't do that with things that girls like, the things that girls typically like, right? They don't do that. It doesn't take over the world the same way. And I'm sure that's a historical thing. It's not because of men
Well,
now,
there's
but
no
it's like
theater championship, to be fair. You know
there's
what I
the
mean?
Tonys, there's the Grammys, there's the Oscars. Like
Well,
there are things.
The Oscars used to kind of take over.
Well,
Big
it's not
Oscar.
like the bars play everything, right? I know they're like sports bars, but then why isn't there like a theater bar? There are in New York. There's not
I
here.
was going to
But
say
like
there are in New
there are
York.
in New
Yeah.
York. But like it doesn't have, it's just not the same. Like there's more space given to things that men like. I know that's not men now. It's not their fault. It's just frustrating.
And lots
And
of
that's what I
women
don't like about it.
lots of women like sports too.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying I think because of the historical context of sports and who has historically been invited and liked it and whatever, that's what has happened. I think that's what frustrates me. And like I don't even like Taylor Swift, but like people, I know men have like I've seen things about like men getting pissed off when like Taylor Swift was playing at the airport because there's a concert, like they get really mad about it. And I'm like, well, what about your fucking thing? Sports are everywhere when that happens. Like what I don't like Taylor Swift. I don't for many reasons. But one thing I think is fine is that girls fucking like her. Like I just irritates me.
Yeah, and she's going to get married this weekend
To a sports baller.
to a sports person. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's getting married at Madison Square Garden.
I know, I saw that.
It's the weirdest venue ever.
Because she's an attention whore.
I would rent an island,
Oh,
personally.
that sounds so bomb. And you could fly in all these like high profile people.
Yes.
Everyone would see like the helicopter. Everyone's leaving in their outfits.
Yes. She's paying they said $20 million. It's costing her to get married in Madison Square
I don't know
Garden.
why she would want to do that.
You could rent an island and fly people in for $20 million. Easy.
Yeah.
Right?
She's got her plane.
That's what I would do. Anyway.
She's already
Enough
going to hell
about
for the
that.
carbon emissions.
Totally
But yeah,
is.
I think that's what bothers me about sports. It's not sports themselves. I do like sports. I could see myself getting into it. I just don't think that's fair.
I think the other thing is you are a doer. So you like playing baseball, you like playing tennis, you like, playing soccer, but to watch a 3-hour soccer match, you're like, like your ADHD cannot handle that.
No. And you know what? Even theater, I go see theater, I do. And I do like watching it, obviously. I would so much rather be doing it. And when I go, sometimes I don't want to go. I don't go as much as other actors for sure. I'm not the biggest watcher of theater. And it's because I go and I get a little jealous. And I'm like, I'm a little bored.
Because they got to do it. Yeah.
And even with like concerts, I've told you this. I only want to go if I really like the artist. Because otherwise I'm like, I want to do it. And especially if I don't even know the artist, I'm like, I better. I can go up and do it. Like, I get jealous.
So when they're
bored.
like, hey, they call somebody up to the stage, you're like, sure, I'll go up. Let's do this thing. I'll kick your ass.
There was a girl at a Zara Larsson concert. Zara Larsson has this like famous dance or whatever for her song. This girl came up and like ate up and like did the dance perfectly. and everyone was like, "Whoa, that would be me." I
Awesome.
would
Well,
like sports if it wasn't crazy like that.
so that's fair. You like you're a casual fan, but not a fanatic, which is
I
where
wouldn't
the
even call myself a casual fan. I'm getting into hockey, sort of.
women's hockey. To
I don't
clarify,
want to get into women's hockey. I kind of want like I'm not trying to be a bitch. Like Katie was like, "Okay, you hate women." I was like, "No, I just men is what everyone talks about. I want to be in on the thing that people talk about."
well, I think more and more people are talking about women's hockey, so you'd be kind of a trailblazer, kind of like cool in a different way.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
I wanted to know. I wanted to try and rank what sports you like. Like I don't actually know, but I'm gonna pretend I know. So F1 goes first.
Yes, for sure.
Basketball.
Definitely.
Ah, I'm awesome. Okay. Okay. So F1 basketball.
We're talking about watching or playing.
Probably watching.
I can't
Like what
play
you keep up
F1.
with.
I can't-
I love playing F1. I
well,
understand.
actually,
You
that's not
like
true.
Mario Kart?
Well, no, they do have these crazy simulators. So you actually buy like a steering wheel and pedals, like a whole
It's
setup.
like at driving school.
And then they have like
They have that
you get the
driving
video,
school
you get like
in Kempo.
F1 race, and then you actually race the actual tracks, like the real tracks in real life, and they do the real things.
Well, that's pretty fun. That's
So
pretty
you could,
cool.
I guess, do that. But anyway, okay. So
Okay,
F1
so
and basketball.
F1, basketball, hockey.
I mean,
Soccer?
I do love watching tennis a lot. Weirdly,
Oh, really? Where's that rank?
probably above
So,
soccer.
okay. F1, what did I just say? F1, basketball, hockey, tennis?
Yeah.
Or I'm awesome. And then soccer and then baseball?
Oof.
Or baseball and then soccer?
It's
You
funny.
liked baseball recently.
As I say, I would have said soccer before, but I really enjoyed going to the White Sox
Yeah,
game.
well, you listen, if they're making it better, great, I guess. Like,
And if you're there and live in person, it's just a better experience too,
yeah, of course.
I think.
Oh, wait, I much prefer that. I used to hate going to hockey games, though, I will say.
And I think soccer, I mean, look,
As a kid.
it's FIFA, everybody loves soccer right now, but like it's so the games are so long and the score is like 1-0.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 hours.
Yeah. It's hard to score. Like, I was a goalie, right? I ate the fuck up as a goalie. I let one goal in the whole season. Like, sorry, it's boring because I'm too good. Like, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like I mean, it's funny.
If you have
like
a good goalie, it's kind of boring.
in the World Cup, they're like, this goalie did amazing. He had 6 saves. I'm like, in hockey, they have like 30 a game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Well, it
6
goes
is
so fast
nothing.
because it's on the ice.
Yeah. Well, basketball's even faster, right?
They should make the field shorter in soccer, maybe, because then it would be easier to try to get over there. Because that's part of the problem is they end up in the middle.
They have professional like indoor soccer where they actually do play it more in like stadiums, and they're much smaller.
They should maybe be, because you know
The
what
other thing,
I feel like we always ended up in the center when I was a kid, and also like I used to play left forward. I hated playing defense because you just like kind of lurk by the net the whole time. But I was always left forward, and when you're forward on the side, you're just run, and it's like really long. Like
so
big
real soccer players don't
Yeah.
run as much as little kids do.
I was
like
in middle school.
They stay
I
in
was
their
like in
position.
8th grade. I wasn't a little kid.
I guess. Lacrosse is supposed to be amazing. So there's a lacrosse team in Halifax that's like really good supposedly, and people love going to the games. And lacrosse is kind of like violent. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I did know that.
So I think that could be cool. I'm open to going to. I know some friends of mine wanted to go to a game. I was like,
you should get into rugby. I'll be real. Because I used to like when my ex-boyfriend was in it. Like, it's kind of fun. Like, I wonder if I could find like old pictures of Laura doing it. They're sick. The pictures of her doing that, everyone's French braided because they need the hair out of the face, right? And they're covered in mud. They're tackling each other. Like little Laura, you know, she's so sweet. And then she'd be like, ah, like, I don't know. It's really, she's not allowed to play anymore. She got too many concussions.
Yeah, it's too bad that happened because I was reading that Harvard and Yale and these huge schools in the U.S., they take sports people like on full scholarship because they want people on their teams.
I don't think she was going to go that far with it.
But wait, listen to me. In the U.S., it's really rare that anybody in the United States plays rugby in like high school or any level. Like it's just not common because they play football and all those different things. So we forgot football is something I do watch sometimes. But anyway,
Really? Well, just Super Bowl.
Yeah. Anyway, but so if you look at the Harvard and Yale and all these big schools, they're like women's rugby in particular. Most of the players were from Canada and Australia because that's where they actually play.
I don't think she would have been very happy. You know what? Honestly, she already had a bunch of concussions in high school. I remember one time she didn't have to do exams in like 10th grade because she was like concussed. So they were like, "You're fine." But yeah, she like already had a bunch, and then she didn't play in college, but she joined a women's league like in Fredericton, I guess. And immediately got her like third concussion, I think, or fourth concussion, and then they tell you you're not allowed to play anymore. So then she had to quit. But it is super sad, honestly. It's too bad. That's like the only sport she really did.
So I think the moral of this is you should find somewhere to play like baseball or tennis. You and Kay should go play tennis.
I want to play tennis. I would love to join a soccer team, probably before baseball, because I love baseball. It was really fun. I got hit so much. I'm a little
but you wouldn't get hit in these leagues, especially if you did like slow pitch, like underhand or something. It's way easier than what you did.
Okay, but I'm a little scarred now also because of my scar on my face. And I'm trying to, so my moral lately is I've been trying to be more careful. I'm very clumsy. I've been trying to be more cognizant of my surroundings. And I think with baseball, there's more potential of like, bam, with a hard ass little ball that could kill you. Like mom with her little gray spray. Well, it's fine.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? Like, I know that like there's more potential. Soccer is like so bouncy. I've been hit in the face before. Nothing happens.
Yeah, me
you know
too.
what I mean? Like, I think soccer is a little less dangerous in that way. And tennis, too. I feel like you're kind of fine.
Tennis, you're not good. Other than, like, spraining your ankle or something.
Yeah, or you might, like, get bruised. But that's fine. I think tennis and soccer I'm a little less scared of. As much as I like baseball. I think I'd probably rather. And honestly, like, I played soccer for longer. I was better at it.
It's way more fun to play soccer than...
I don't know. People love soccer in other countries.
I know. I don't understand it.
It's fun.
I mean, says the guy who watches cars go around in circles for 2 hours. So,
for so long, for 70 laps. Yeah, I don't really... I wish they had, like, F1, like, fast.
I told you, there's a sprint race. This weekend, actually, is a sprint race. Silverstone. So they only do, like...
I'm working,
short.
But I would.
All right. I love you. You have a great hot day.
Okay.
You don't love me too.
So I said I love you, but you didn't hear me because you were talking to me. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Thank you for listening to Daughter Knows Best.
Go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Daughter Knows Best Podcast.
And listen to us on Spotify and now streaming on YouTube.
Thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.